Alright guys, today is a super important day for fractions. You are going to be learning how to write fractions in lowest terms. Now, you may have heard lowest terms called something else, and we're going to discuss all of the different terminology for lowest terms. So, let's get started. Alright, so write fractions in lowest terms. This is going to be for IXL of 5. All right. Simplify is another term that you may have heard, or reduce, simplest form. All of these things, simplify, reduce, simplest form, lowest term, it means to get the fraction as small as you can. Now, the fraction's still equivalent, but the smallest numbers in the fraction that you possibly can get. So, simplifying. Here are the steps. First, you are going to find all of the factors for the numerator and denominator. If you don't remember what factors are, we're going to go over it, but if you need to go watch another video that's linked on our website, you can do that as well. Okay. So we are going to say that we have the fraction 21/36. The numerator is this top number, 21. So I'm going to find all of the factors for 21. So that would be 1 times 21. Notice I'm putting a space so that I can fit all the rest of my factors, or things that multiply to be 21, in order. All right, 2 does not work because we know that for 2 to work, this would have to be an even number in the ones place. So 3. Think about your multiplication facts. Does 3 work? 3 times what? 3 times 7. Okay, then we check 4, okay? Does 4 work? Think about your multiplication facts. So you have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. We went too far, so that didn't work. We didn't hit 21. Does 5s work? Well, 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. Nope, that didn't work. Does 6 work? 6, 12, 18, 20. 24, 30, 36, no? Okay, so the next number we would try is 7, but we already have the 7, so there's absolutely no reason to write that again. There's a space here, but that's perfectly okay. Now we're going to do 36. I'm going to choose a different color so we don't get confused. So we always start with 1 and itself, which is 36. Is 2 going to work? Is this an even number? It is. 2 times what? Some of you might know this, but if you don't, what you're going to do is you're going to go off to the side and you're going to take the number we're working with and divide it by the not the fraction, but the number. You're not sure if it works. Okay, so 2 goes into 3 one time. I subtract. I bring down my 6. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16, and I get 0. If I have this remainder of 0, that means this worked perfectly. So that means I'm going to do 2, which I already wrote, times 18. Then I'm going to try 3. 3 times what? Okay, let me erase what I have over here. And show you working out 3. So we're going to try 3. I know it works, but I want to see if you guys know it works. You might already just know in your head. 3 goes into 3 one time, and I would hope you know, but we're going to do this just in case. And then 6 is 2. That was your 12 fact. 3 times 12. Now the next number to try is 4. 4 times what? Oh, I'm running out of room. 4 times 9. Does 5 work? No, we know that 5's, any multiple of 5 ends in a 5 or a 0. So what about 6? Well, 6 times 6 is 12. Do you need to write both 6's? No. You're only going to write 1 6. That way, if you wanted to count your factors, you could count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 factors. If I wrote 6 twice, I would think there was 10 factors. Your next step is to find the greatest common factor, because that's what we're going to be dividing by. Greatest, that means biggest, common, so they're the same, and then factor, which is what we just did. We just did factoring. So I know they have 1 in common, 3 in common, and that is all that I see that they have in common, because they don't have a 7 or 21 in common. Okay, so I'm going to take 21 36th, which was my original number, and I'm going to divide that by the greatest common factor. I normally put a star up here. Now I've started writing all over my other things. But 21 divided by, oh, there we go, 3 is 7. And 36, if I do it to the top, I do it to the bottom. 36 divided by 3 is 12. So this is my reduced or simplest form. Okay, so that's as small as it can be. If I wanted to double check my work, I could find all of the factors for that as well. So I could find all the factors for this number again and make sure that they only have 1 in common. If they only had 1 in common, they would already be reduced. So if only 1 is in common, it's already in simplest form, reduced. Okay?